Yeah, she gave a
Perfect.
bunch of interviews, and that's almost never a good idea, folks.
People people got frustrated with me talking about my own case. If you go back and listen to me talking about my case, what you'll hear is actually very intentional and careful not to make definitive statements about what my case was, but rather to talk briefly about what the state would need to prove, potential issues with the case that might separate it from other more obvious cases. My intention with that as a public person was to leverage part of my platform and whatever voice I had left to stem the bleeding as much as possible. People can argue over the wisdom of that all they want, but I've long held that I think the legal field's a little bit behind on this from the social media front. That being said, if you go back and carefully listen to what was said in those streams, you will not hear me make definitive statements about what happened. What you will hear is me say, these are the issues that change our case from a normal case where a contraband substance is found inside of a home. Contraband substance being found inside of a home makes it pretty easy to suggest that the homeowner is the owner of the substance. In our case, there were 3 identifiable people other than my wife and I who had, up until very near the arrest, full access to our home. They were there frequently. They had the ability to get into the home even when it was locked. And so that's a complicating factor. Does it mean that those people are responsible for owning the drugs? No, but it is something that the state would then have a more difficult time establishing if we were at trial. They have to eliminate those people because those people can create reasonable doubt. So I made statements similar to that. These are the distinctions that you have between what would on the surface be similarly situated issues. Now, the way the internet works, some people ran with that and said, Nick's accusing these other people. I never did. The judge, prosecutor, nobody ever brought up any of my online statements in specific in any court thing. They never tried to use those statements or even leverage those statements in negotiation against me. And the reason is because they were very carefully delivered and very intentionally. I know people don't believe I'm capable of doing that, but when your life and family are on the line, you can to some degree. Again, people can debate the wisdom of it all day. I didn't make perfect choices in my case, but I did get pretty damn good results based on what I was facing, and better results than many people thought I would. So, but a media interview has something where someone else is in control of the narrative. And Karen Reed is not a lawyer, and a murder case is not so simply distinguishable. Just like in all things, these two things are not the same thing. On my own show, when it's just me, I'm in control of what I say completely. And I can be, punished for it. I can make mistakes or whatever. She's reacting to the question from an interviewer who might be surprising her with information she doesn't know is out there, who may ask a question in a way that is designed to elicit a response that is more ambiguous than what she would normally say. We talked about this yesterday. Maybe she's exploring the concept. I hit him. I didn't know if I hit him, but now she's got a statement out there that says I hit him right in the interview, and they can clip that and play it. And then it's up to the defense to overcome what the jury just heard. But you don't want to be in that position if you don't have to. So it's very, very, very bad to do those interviews. It's a pending murder case. I mean, this is it.